What's up, guys? Soldier Hex, no. Soldier X here. Sorry. Little speech impediment. This is Call of Duty 4, not Modern Warfare 3. But I want to talk about Modern Warfare 3. But this is kind of probably be my last talk of it because I don't know. I just want to give my final opinion on it because, like, I guess since my other videos, I've just been giving what other people think about it and all the jazz and what people are complaining about, and I want to give my thoughts on it because I actually got to play it over at a friend's house, and when I played it on his profile, I got to play for about I want to say maybe an hour, and which is not a lot of playing time to actually indulge into it, but I guess I was like more focused on the game instead of how fun it was, which it is fun, but it's probably gonna be more rage-inducing after you get past all the fun, I guess. I just want. I don't know, the Modern Warfare 3, when I played it, it felt and looked like Modern Warfare 2, but when in saying that, it is not necessarily a bad thing because Modern Warfare 2 had great hit detection. I mean, if lag wasn't an option, like if you're a host, you were hitting what you were aiming at, you know? If you weren't aimed on him or you were off a little, you wouldn't hit him, and you'd be like, oh, that's my fault for bad accuracy. There was hardly times where you're like, oh, I aimed at that guy and that should have, unless you had lag, then you would have complained about, oh, you hit that guy or whatever. But what I think happens, though, is I think it seemed like the game was slightly rushed, I want to say, because it seems like what happened was they took the Modern Warfare 2 source files and just copied it over with new, like, better, I guess, slightly better looking graphics and stuff like that, and that's just what it seems like to me, and it seems like they were rushed because with the lawsuit and stuff like that, you know, they kind of did like what Treyarch did with Call of Duty 3, which is Call of Duty, as everyone knows, is made is a game that takes 2 years to make, but it's swapped by Treyarch and Infinity Ward back and forth to make a game, so it comes out every year. But with Call of Duty 3, it was Treyarch's first entry into making their Call of Duty, and they didn't want to make it similar to Infinity Ward. They wanted to make it stand out and stick as their own game, which they did. It felt different, it looked different, and it had innovations that Infinity Ward didn't make in Call of Duty 2. Like Call of Duty 3 was the first to innovate sprinting. It was the first to innovate classes with like their own specialties or whatever. Not necessarily perks, but they had like different things of their own. They had they first had a medic that can actually revive people, and a quite obvious one is they were the first to innovate vehicles. Now, this was all great innovations, but this was Treyarch's entry into it, and they didn't have 2 years to work on the game. They had 8 months, which is a little over half a year. So, to be honest, that's actually really good to make a game like that in 8 months. Because I mean, if they had 2 years to work on it, it'd probably be just as good, or maybe even better than Call of Duty 2. But that was not the case. So, and another thing to keep in mind is that whether you like it or not, Activision is a money-grabbing, money kind of company. It doesn't care for the people who buy their product. All they care about is whether or not they're buying or not. Like, example is that they made Modern Warfare 3 with console in mind, not with PC in mind, so you're probably not going to see mod tools or anything like that. For PC, field of view is locked at 90, which I know a lot of PC people kind of don't really like that. And you know what? I don't want to really get into it because I'm pretty sure everyone knows how much of a money grabber kind of company they are. Because I mean, come on, really, everyone knows they can buy dedicated servers. They just don't decide to. Which, to be honest, I mean, the game would be 1,000 times more balanced that way if they just added dedicated servers. Because I sound weird when dedicated server. Anyways, you know, people wouldn't be complaining on lag, and they'd be more focused on gameplay and stuff. And I think I've said this before, but I think the main reason why they won't get rid of grenade launchers is because the company realizes that if they get a grenade launcher, and the company does know they're bad because they know what they're called, noob tubes. Everyone knows that, and there's a reason why they're called that. And I think the reason why they're keeping them in like these games and stuff is because if they don't have something in there to people complain about, like the noob tubes, because no matter what game you're in, people's gonna be complaining about it in about grenade launchers. I mean, even in Battlefield 3, in Bad Company 2, you know, games like that. I've even heard it from Halo Reach. People are like, "Oh, the grenade launchers is blah blah." But the thing is, though, like what I was trying to say earlier, that the reason why I think, you know, is they keep grenade launchers is because they want something for people to complain about, so they can take less focus on the nitty-gritty part of their game, you know, so they can just complain about grenade launchers and assume everything else is fine, which is not true, because if they took that out, everyone focusing on every little thing about that, and just like, oh, this gun is bad, blah, 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 and they would have to take care of it, but guess what? They don't want to. So, I mean, that's what I think is going on with that. But like I said earlier, I kind of think this is just Modern Warfare 3 is just a reskin Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if it was that, but that's what I kind of think. Because, I mean, yeah, with the lawsuit and everything, I don't think they had much time in doing it. And but that's not really a bad thing, because what was wrong with Modern Warfare 2 wasn't with the engine and everything, because the engine was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. The thing that was wrong with it was add-ons to it, like Commando and One Man Army grenade launchers and stuff like that, which is what made the game a living hell, you know? But the engine was perfectly fine, which I wouldn't see why they need to update. I mean, yeah, updates are nice, you know, because it gives better hit detection, better flow to it and everything, but I don't know, it just seems like the what they put into the game is more important than the actual engine itself. And the game, it seems like what they were trying to focus on was like helping clean up the problems that was in Modern Warfare 2, and well, to be honest, yeah, they did that. But this is partly another reason why people call this Modern Warfare 2.5, is because they focused on getting rid of all the stuff from Modern Warfare 2, and they basically, that's what, sorry, can't really talk that well, I guess, but it seems like they kept the gameplay of it, but got rid of all the stuff that caused hatred in MW2. But eventually, everyone knows this. And everyone's gonna have to deal with the facts of this. For everyone who's bought the game of Modern Warfare 3, there will be some sort of mechanic exploited in the game eventually that will be game breaking for everyone, and everyone's gonna have to deal with that fact. And that's kind of why I didn't buy it, because I won't have to deal with that fact. I'm just gonna be enjoying other games like Saints Row the Third or Assassin's Revelations. And well, as soon as I get those, of course, I haven't got those yet, but I will eventually. And oh, Halo Combat Evolved, I really want to get that. Some of you don't know, or some of you do know, I still have like Halo 1, 2, 3, and ODST. I don't have Reach yet. I don't know why. A lot of people are saying, oh, you shouldn't have, but hey, whatever, I'll get it eventually. But yeah, this is my commentary. The game ends, we win, 18-18. Didn't go positive, didn't go negative. That's how it goes. If you like it, comment, rate, subscribe. I'd love you if you did. Thanks.